Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. I made a video about High Tide back on January 31st, and it's time for an update. And this is High Tide. Ticker is HITIF, and they are in the MJ. This is based in Alberta-based, retail-focused MJ Corporation. Company focuses on the manufacturing and distribution of smoking accessories to wholesale and retail clients, as well as sells MJ products to retail consumers. High Tide serves customers in Canada. Like I said, I made a video back on January 31st and was requested to do an update, so I'll link my other video in the description. Analysts expect High Tide to break even soon. This is dated on the March 4th. We feel it's a pretty good time to analyze High Tide business, as it appears the company may be on the cusp of a considerable accomplishment. High Tide operates as a vertically integrated company in the MJ market in Canada. On October 31st, 2020, the market cap company posted a loss. For its most financial year. The most pressing concern for investors is High Tide's path to profitability. When will it break even? And so, a couple good catalysts that I found, some good information, and we'll go over that here in a moment. High Tide is bordering on breaking even, according to two Canadian pharmaceutical analysts. They anticipate the company to incur a final loss in 2020 before generating positive profits in 2021. So the company is predicted to break even approximately a year from now or less. And at what rate it will be, the company will have to grow in order to realize the consensus estimates forecasting break even in under 12 months. Using a line of best fit, we calculated an average annual growth rate of 114%, which is extremely buoyant. If the rate turns out to be aggressive, the company may become profitable much later than analysts predicted. So here you can kind of see the graph, the earnings per share, the analysts' earnings per share range. And you can pause and go over that graph there for yourself. And moving on, given this high level of overview, we won't go into the details of High Tide's upcoming projects, though bear in mind that generally pharmaceuticals, depending on the stage of product development, have irregular periods of cash flow. That means the high growth rate is not unusual, especially in the company is currently in an investment period. One thing we would like to bring into light is that High Tide is its debt to equity ratio is over 2 times. Generally, the rule of thumb is debt shouldn't exceed 40% of your equity, which in this case the company has significantly overshot. Note that the higher debt obligation increases a risk around investing in the loss-making company. Next steps. There are too many aspects of the High Tide to cover in one brief article, but the key fundamentals of the company can all be found in one place. And we put a list together of relevant factors. One is valuation. What is High Tide worth today? Has the future growth potential already been factored into the price? The intrinsic value infographic in our free research report helps visualize whether High Tide is currently mispriced by the market. Next is management team. As experienced management team on the helm increases our confidence in the business. Other high-performing stocks. Are there other stocks that provide better prospects with proven track records? And feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. This is dated on the 8th. High Tide opens new Canna Cabana store in Calgary's Beltline neighborhood. So on March 8th, a retail-focused MJ Corporation, enhanced by the manufacturing and distribution of consumption accessories, announced today that the Cannabis Retail Store, located at Unit 1245, 1230, 11 Avenue Southwest in Calgary's Beltline neighborhood, has begun selling recreational MJ products for adult use. This opening represents High Tide's 74th branded retail location across Canada. And feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. This kind of goes over a little bit about High Tide, focused MJ company enhanced by the manufacturing and distribution of consumption accessories. The company is the largest Canadian retailer of recreational MJ as measured by revenue, with 74 branded retail locations spanning Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. High Tide's retail segment features the Canna Cabana, Kush Bar, Meta MJ Company, Meta MJ Supply, and New Leaf MJ banners. And feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. So this is the 74th location, dated on the 8th, and then we have the 75th branded MJ retail store in Canada here on the 10th. So there looks to me like a growing company, if not a fast-growing company. So this one's located at the Unit 115, 8835 McLeod Trail Southwest in Calgary, Haysboro neighborhood, has begun selling recreational MJ products for adult use, and this is the 75th location. So 74th on the 8th and 75th location on the 10th. And so this is the same information as the previous article, so you can feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. Again, that's on Yahoo Finance. This is dated the 11th. Ignored MJ stock up 300% year over year, reports record 2020 results. It's tough to find an overlooked, undervalued MJ stock these days, but High Tide fits the bill. The company's portfolio includes a dominant presence in Canada's retail MJ industry, a global designer, manufacturer, and distributor of MJ accessories, and a major MJ accessory e-commerce platform. I last wrote High Tide back in September when High Tide stock was trading at 14 cents per share. Thanks to back-to-back strong financial results, High Tide stock was since soared by 300%. The stock is also up 180% since the start of 2021. There's every reason to believe High Tide stock is just getting started. And that's the reason why I like this one. From what I read and look into it, looks like it's just getting started. So it says 14 cents there, and now it's at 63. So a lot of growth in a short period of time. In addition to opening a new number of retail dispensaries, High Tide reported a great 2020 financial results, which included 166% growth in revenue and full-year adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, or EBITDA, of $8 million. And here you can kind of see the chart in regards to what it's done, the moving averages, and High Tide. Stock overview: operates a chain of 73 retail MJ stores in Canada under the Meta MJ Company or Canna Cabana, New Leaf MJ, and Kush Bar banners. This makes High Tide the largest MJ retailer network in Canada by revenue, and one of the largest by store count. Last accessed March 9th of 2021. So another reason why I like this one, it seems to be the highest or the fastest growing MJ business in Canada. So, and maybe they will move down into the U.S. eventually once everything becomes legalized and decriminalized here in the United States, whenever that will be. But just speculating. Again, if you follow my channel, a lot of these MJ plays, I'm in them for the long term. So, but the company is actively focused on growing the presence in Ontario, the most populous province in the country. By the end of 2021, ended 10/31/21, High Tide expects to be operating 115 stores. So they got about, so I think that last one was 75, so 25, about 40 more stores, 35 to 40 more stores. So company site cbdcity.com, which was launched in May 2020, is a platform for selling cannabidiol products. Plans to list, and this is another catalyst. Let's see, what is of the store, more than 5,000 stock keeping units, SKUs, 75% of the Valiant Distribution's catalog is manufactured in-house, allowing it to maximize margins. So another good catalyst there. Valiant has also partnered with celebrity brands, including, there we go, Snoop Dogg, Paramount Pictures, Hellboy, and Guns N' Roses, another one of my favorite rock bands. Plans to uplist to the NASDAQ. This could be a huge catalyst for this one. Last December, High Tide announced that it had submitted an initial application to be listed on the NASDAQ. Management said uplisting to the NASDAQ would enhance the company's investor profile and shareholder value. High Tide announces application to list on NASDAQ High Tide December 9th of 2020. The initiative allows High Tide to accelerate its business strategy focused on the United States by attracting institutional and retail investors, as well as merger and acquisition opportunities. High Tide already earns approximately 23% of the revenue in the United States and is looking to expand its footprint in the United States in business and complement the company's business divisions. So just like I said earlier, so they got a lot of growth going on. So, and it's a penny stock and planning to uplist, and so it could be really good things for this particular company here. And they're growing and growing a lot in the last year and expanding stores. And as you can see, I just went over the 2 stores in the last week, so they're probably going to be opening 1, if not 2 stores per week, by the way the article's projecting the growth here. Analysts take there's a lot to love about High Tide. The company is expanding its retail footprint, and it's already the largest legal MJ retailer in Canada by revenue. The company has also improved its balance sheet through several transactions. Despite the global slump in retail sales, High Tide closed the year with healthy adjusted EBITDA, making 2020 the best year in the company's history. We kind of already went over that. Feel free to pause and read the rest there for yourself. Again, this is on Profit Confidential. Back to Reddit. Just opened 75th store today, on its way to 115 stores by the end of the year. Catalyst, cha-ching, 4 days ago. So a lot of good things, a lot of bullish signs in regards to this particular company. This could be the next, I hate to make a reference, but to Sundial. This is about the price range. A bunch of growth going on. This may surpass Sundial. So as you follow my channel, I talk about Sundial a lot, but yet the stock just kind of pisses me off from time to time, and it's just kind of up and down. A lot of them are kind of up and down, but Sundial is a pretty popular one. Everybody follows it, and everybody's wanting to make money on it. So just dropping stuff that I like reading. As per our legals team advice, form is a major milestone in the NASDAQ application process. Our Q1 results are coming out shortly with which incorporate the consolidated numbers, including Metagrowth, and NASDAQ wants to review it. We know this is happening in a very near term. I am not aware of any other major items that have been. So I'll have to do some more research on this one and see if I can figure out when it's going to be uplisted. It looks like it's in the process. I know that sometimes that does take a while. Good description. 300 to 500%. The market cap should be easily over 1 billion mark. Best quarter ever, fourth quarter 2020, since its inception, a 25 million revenue and positive cash flows. And so I don't really see the revenue going down. I mean, all these products are seemingly to increase, revenue being one of them, because it's getting closer to being legalized. There's at least 2, 3, 5 states every year that become legalized, whether it be recreational or medicinal. So a lot of good products, a lot of good growth, and this is a penny stock, like I said, so there we go. Not sure if I want to get into this company yet, but what are some of the main bullish bearish thesis on this company? I see a lot of people giving it an end of year $2 to $4, despite the fact Wealth Partners recently gave it a 60 cents. So yeah, just have to wait and see. Again, these are kind of volatile. I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. If you haven't smashed that like button, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would really help out the channel. And I'll have more videos like this coming out later. I always turn out a couple MJ videos every week. I have a lot of MJ stocks, and a lot of people like them and follow them. And that's what it's all about, is here to make money off of them. So 63 cents, if it went to $2, $3 by even $1 at the end of the year, it'd be a big stepping stone for this one. And got up to the NASDAQ. There's all kinds of good catalysts with this one. So, but again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. You'd have to do your own due diligence on this one. But just stating the points and giving you something to think about, just being optimistic. And I thank you for all the support on the channel. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.